Life is good, but it can be better.
Oh my gosh, from TV. Oh my gosh, you're the oil guy.
The oil guy,
Yes,
I'll
right?
take it.
Hi everyone, hope you're all having a smashing day. I am going to review Wonder Woman 1984, but before I do that, I think I should give you my thoughts on the first Wonder Woman. Let's roll the intro of the fast review. Wonder Woman is really good. I really like Gal Gadot in the title role, and I think she's doing a pretty good job. Chris Pine is pretty good. I also like their chemistry between them. I think it's cute and it's not forced at all. Side characters are fine. I like everything in the middle and in the beginning. Ares, however, is not a good villain. He was forgettable and he was lame. The third act is really overblown and stupid. Sure, it's fun, yeah, but compared to everything else and how amazing it was, yeah, that does feel a little, thrown in there. It was kind of thrown in there, It reminds me of a good Marvel movie in that it thrown into a third explosive act to entertain the audience. I did like the scene where Wonder Woman sees Steve Trevor die and she goes completely apeshit. Overall, it's really good compared to everything else the DCU has put out, except Shazam. 9 out of 10, solid movie. So now, what did I think of Wonder Woman 1984 after knowing how much I loved the first one? Well, it's bad. It's not the worst superhero movie or the worst DCU movie, but it's pretty bad. I'm going to explain why. And yes, I know people have made videos about how this movie sucks already, but I just got here. I want to have my turn, so... First of all, the biggest problem with this movie is the writing. The writing is pretty bad, with many plot holes. I'm just going to acknowledge a few of them here. First, why does Steve Trevor come back in another dude's body? Why isn't this event brought up? Because if I recall, the whole world almost got blown up. And also, since when can Diana fly and make the plane invisible out of nowhere just because the story needs it to? It just happens out of nowhere, and the filmmakers could have shown her trying to fly or trying to make something invisible before the big payoff. Also, do the villains get to go free at the end? Does Maxwell Lord get no consequences? What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to talk about the villains? Let's talk about the villains, shall we? Cheetah is so bad. Not her design, because that looks awful too, but her character herself is like cliche, and I've seen this like in Batman and Robin and Batman Forever, by the way. Kristen Wiig is also very miscasted in the role, since she wasn't threatening or funny either. And isn't Kristen Wiig a comedian? Because she didn't make me laugh in the parts that were supposed to be funny. Her character is also not interesting, unlike Maxwell Lord. Pedro Pascal looks like he is having the time of his life on set. He's doing such an over-the-top performance, and I was having a lot of fun whenever he was on screen. This character is good with motivations, even if it is free. At least he has a motivation that makes sense.
Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen?
Wonder Woman's character is ruined in this movie. All she cares about is Steve Trevor and would rather let the world die so she can keep Steve Trevor. Also, why is Steve Trevor in this movie? He had his arc completed in the other movie with his sacrifice, so why bother bringing him back? It's not like Wonder Woman can carry a movie on her own. But anyways, let's talk about the plot. The plot is disappointing when I realized they were doing a wishing movie. It pissed me off because they had so many options. They could have done so many things, but instead they do a wishing movie. Also, about the movie itself with the action sequences, there are not many at all. And in a runtime of 2 hours and 30 minutes, I think there's only about 8 minutes of total action in the whole movie. That is fine with me as long as the rest of the movie is riveting, but it wasn't. The first action sequence is fun, though, and reminds me of the old Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. The fight with Cheetah was insulting to me because of how bad it was. I couldn't see shit, and what I could see was pretty bad. Also, they did nothing interesting with the 80s concept. Overall, it was just such a disappointment. And the first Wonder Woman was the correct way to show female empowerment. This one that showed any man except Steve Trevor was either bad, sexual predator, or hitting on a woman. Anyways, I had to bring that up, but overall, I was disappointed. And I think if they're gonna make Wonder Woman 3 with Patty Jenkins, they need to improve. Especially with the writing. Oh gosh, the writing. Anyways, 4 out of 10.
Don't jump out yet, you bastard. You're gonna kill it. Alright, you see where I marked?
I jumped out.
You whore.
Just kidding, I haven't done
No, what are you saying? You jumped out! No, I jumped out!